volume down ever so slightly, though.
Turn the volume down. Yeah, I don't want
Yeah,
going to sleep up on the podcast or whatever.
I got you.
Narcolepsy. So we're live. This cat is all in the video, like P. Diddy. If you don't want to come, you want to be somewhere where the producer all in your video, dancing, come to Death Row Records. All right, whatever. Liberal Hill, my co-host.
What up, guys? This is RevTech here. Impact Wrestling this week, you know? Yeah. Got high praise. High praise for Slammiversary, one of the best pay-per-views this year. But I disagree with that.
There are some people that would disagree that Slammiversary was one of the best pay-per-views of the year. Only because, look, I'm not even going to get into it. Let's just leave bygones. We also want to talk about Ring of Honor, and one thing I do also want to talk about the G1, and not really the entire G1 because that's a lot of wrestling. I've already been on that. Can't really cover it. But what I can cover is Minoru Suzuki.
Man, have you seen him on Instagram though?
I haven't seen Minoru's Instagram.
He is entertaining. That fool is so entertaining.
Bro, I like how he beat Jay White. Like Jay White tried to go for that low blow. He caught the hand, hit him with that stiff ass forearm, hit him with the gotch, and then he pinned him. Like, and how he pinned him, he opened the dude's mouth and was screaming down the dude's throat.
Right?
And then, like, he was facing Michael Elgin. That's what I just saw. Michael Elgin slaps his chest. He looks at him, and then the camera pans like, this is the most gangster shit you will ever see. And he beats Michael Elgin with the power driver.
Yeah, I saw that. I've seen that. Dude, Suzuki's the shit though. Yeah, I'm really liking him. You know, in the wrestling scene and off of it, he's entertaining at both sides.
And he's like 50 years old.
He's entertaining though, and he doesn't look 50 though. To me, he don't look 50. He looks like 40. I would say 40, maybe 38, 40. You don't even look old.
And he still has like the best chops in the game. Well, forearms. He has the best forearms in the game. What the hell, cat? Come on, bro.
And he's got the best. He's got a good haircut too.
I don't know about all that,
but yeah, the disagreeing part with you with Slammiversary is I thought Wrestle Kingdom did it better, just by a notch. I would say one notch.
I didn't watch Wrestle Kingdom because here's the problem with Wrestle Kingdom. It came on at 4:00 in the morning, and by the time I got around to watching it, it was like already too late. I know people talk about the Kenny Omega, and no, it was Kenny Omega and Alpha Jericho match, and they talked about Naito versus. Look, man, 4:00 in the morning. Oh man,
was that Wrestle Kingdom or was which one was it? It was one with the Chris Jericho and Naito.
Oh, that
was the pay-per-view. I was saying is up a notch, not Kingdom. It was Kingdom and that. It was Kingdom and the one with Chris Jericho and Naito. Those were the ones that were a notch above Slammiversary. Don't get me wrong, Slammiversary is so much better than what you're getting right now in other products, though.
That was the one that had that was the one where Kenny Omega won the title, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That one was pretty. The only thing I don't like about New Japan pay-per-views, the bottom card is so trash, bro. Like
it takes forever too.
Yeah, it's like you have to get through all the trash, but then when you get above the trash, it's like so awful.
It's like you have all these like it's kind of like how WWE is with women's matches, you know, where it's all slow building and then like you're like so like almost in a coma kind of, and like you're in a coma and you want to go to sleep and then like, oh, here comes the other match. Oh, let's get excited now. Here's the main events. And you're just like, you're so like, you're trying to, it's like waking up first thing in the morning. It's like, oh, hi, the matches just started. Great.
Another person, Jay White.
Jay White's
really I know good. A lot of people aren't high on Jay White, but I really love the character, the psychology of being not only a heel, not only a chicken shit heel, but I want to say psychotic chicken shit heel. Like he does really cowardly shit, but then like he just snaps on the attack.
Reminds me of Raven.
Oh, damn.
Like a Raven character, like a young Raven starting out, like bloodthirsty, like kind of, I don't know. Also too, I was gonna say this about Eddie Edward. We'll get to that, but He just reminds me so much of a demonic version of Raven. Like if Raven was darker, like a new age version of Raven. Just right now, it's without the blood though. We haven't seen Jay White do a really hardcore sadistic match yet. And I think we haven't seen like the true demon of him yet.
I know I like that he's got his character down. And I remember this one time, like right before he got the title from Kenny Omega, the U.S. title. Chaos had this thing. They do this clap and then they do the pose.
Yeah,
they were in the match like it was. I think it was Chuck Taylor and Okada and Jay White versus whatever. Chuck Taylor and Okada. They did the pose and he looked at Jay White do the pose. He looked down. He was just like he slid out the ring on his belly. Like nope. It was just kind of funny to me. So let's talk about Ring of Honor before we get into Impact because it's the shorter show, and it only had like I think it only had 2 matches on it. So I'm gonna go and get it started. So Jay Lethal comes out. He says, "I've avenged all my losses, and I want to avenge the biggest loss, losing the World Heavyweight title. So I will have a shot against Dalton Castle." Out comes the leader of the Kingdom, Matt Taven, and he says, "Look, I got screwed. It's a conspiracy against us." And then that brings out Cody. Cody says, "I want a title shot." Out comes Dalton Castle. He says, "Look, I got a lot of injuries. I'm broken down, but I'll fight all of you guys," which sets up a 4-way for later on tonight. Thoughts on
that? So the Ring of Honor, what is it? Their website, like cuts right into a commercial.
Yeah.
Right as like minutes, Jay Lethal goes right into commercial. So it's like a little weird. Jay Lethal cuts this a beautiful promo though. Like this beautiful promo. And then like you have Matt Taven. I just love Matt Taven. Like he comes out with this serious, like, what have you done lately? Like what makes you the guy, the face? What makes you this? Like tell me like what victories you've had in the last, I don't know, last couple of years that makes you like title holder. I've been here doing my blood, sweat, and tears, and he just goes right up and like savagely goes, "You're the franchise. Like, you're not here." And I just sat back and was just like, wow, that is devastatingly savage. Matt Taven's the shit though. When it comes to promos though, I like it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Matt Taven hopefully win the world title. Jay Lethal, it's hard to really go against Jay Lethal because he's such a great wrestler.
I'm not buying Jay Lethal this time around though. I felt that I felt that like Taven or Cody should have won it.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, because we haven't gotten to that one yet. You kind of like you said Jay Lethal won, kind of, but we can move on to that.
My bad.
Move on to the first match. Suzuki, the newest member of Odatai. Anyway, Suzuki used to be a part of Io Shirai, who was gone to WWE, used to be a part of her stable, which is Queen's Quest. But I always felt like that didn't fit because of her attitude and the way she portrays herself in the ring. She moved on to Odatai, which is basically the bad girl stable. They do whatever it takes to win. She faces Sumi Sakai. Sumi Sakai wins. Good match, good showing for Suzuki. Odatai were up to their usual tricks, their interference and everything like that. But I don't know where they're going with Sumi Sakai. Like they really don't have any solid opponent or storyline set up for her. She's just going through beating people, and that only.
I didn't really like this match. You heard before we went live. I was telling you, I just didn't like how they did this at all. Like it just made no sense to me. Like how I get she's young, I get it, but she hit this devastating move, and I was like, 1, 2, referee. I don't know if the referee. I don't know if he was stopping, but it was the slowest I've ever seen somebody count before to 3. And I thought Sumi Sakai was done. I was like, this is over. She's the new champion. And then I realized, okay, here we come, the interference, all this stuff, and then she wins.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think that, that she would wipe the floor just like that. But I didn't feel like this match was really I was a good match though, but I felt she should have dropped the title.
I think it was more like Ring of Honor and Stardom introducing Suzuki to the American audience, just to when she comes back for Women of Honor, they be like, oh, there's Suzuki. She has kind of a personality. She can wrestle really good. Maybe she should be in the world contender set, the title shot.
But I've seen enough of Suzuki's or HZK as they're calling her in Ring of Honor. And did you see on Ring of Honor they butchered her coming out? Did you see the announcers when they were calling her? They were like, "Oh, by the way, she's something else." And then they stopped. They went, "Oh, it's Suzuki coming in." They stopped. Coco Cabana had to stop. And then I was dying. I was like, did you guys just butcher her name as she's coming into the ring? And then they even when she was coming down, they gave her the wrong name on television. Literally, wrong name. And I was like, this is hilarious. And then she comes out. Honestly, maybe because she's being introduced, but I've seen enough footage of her though beforehand. I've seen enough of her for quite a while with Lo Shirai, so I was really surprised that they were making her out to be something new. But I guess for the Ring of Honor fans that don't know, then we might as introduce her now. But she's got a nice move set, man. There was a move that there was a nice move set. She hit that little backbreaker move that I thought, or not backbreaker, a little bit of the mini German suplex, quick, fast.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
And then she what was that? I didn't understand. They were calling the missile drop kick off the top rope. They were calling that as a finisher. And I was like, if that's a finisher, dang, then a lot of the other wrestling entertainment places, then that should be a finisher of the year. Then
who they were trying to put it over on Suzuki on Suma Sakai?
Yeah,
they're trying to.
They were calling these basic moves finishers, and I was like, what?
They're trying to build her up, man, because nobody thought she was going to win that title at, I think, was it Best in the World? Everybody thought it was going to go to Kelly Klein, and out of nowhere, she wins, and people were like, if you go back and watch that, the audio was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? And then, earlier that day, she beat Emma. Emma hit her with like a super fly off the top rope, and she just kicked out of it like it was nothing. So, a lot of surprise that Suma Sakai even has that belt. So they're trying to build her up.
Well, they're building her up into if you've not seen her and Cheeseburger got a huge thing going on. They're funny. They're a comedy act. It's kind of funny. What? Outside of Ring of Honor. If you haven't seen it, yeah. She pulls a live stream every once in a while on Instagram. She's funny. Yeah, she's entertaining. I didn't know she spoke English that well.
I didn't either.
Hey, she speaks well than Kairi Singh. No, I'm sorry. I don't mean to make fun of Kairi Singh, but pump your chest and say, I will finish you. Didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about NXT, but Kairi, yeah, I love the rest of Kairi Singh, but yeah, her English not that good, and they're kind of is the WWE sending her up for fail, just like with Asuka. And anyway, let's just move on.
Hashtag Kana for Ring of Honor.
I would say Impact, because that would be a major step. It wouldn't be a major step. It's just
anything but WWE for her right now. Anything but WWE. I'm just saying. I was disappointed. I'm disappointed with how they're treating her and Shinsuke. I know this is off topic from the review, but I'm just saying, Shinsuke needs to go back. I just feel so bad.
I don't even know what Nakamura's doing. I don't really care. I just know he won the belt from Jeff Hardy. And I kind of predicted that. You have a no speak English gimmick, so what's the thing to piss people off? Oh, win the United States title because America. So Ring of Honor, moving on. Marty Scurll, he's backstage and they have the camera on him, and he's talking to somebody, hey man, put the powder on the ring. He's the villain because he always cheats or whatever. And then out of nowhere, it's just random as hell. Gregory Helms, dressed as a mild-mannered reporter, asked him about something, and then like he said, like you lost, and then whatever, and then he makes another comment. Scroll attacks him, and then he attacks everybody. Breaks, breaks Gregory Helms' fingers. So, are they really going to try to set up a Marty Scurll, Gregory Helms, aka the Hurricane feud in Ring of Honor? Ooh. I'm intrigued. I kind of want to see that.
Hurricane, man. I give me some more. Tonight I was like, man, he's such a good troll. Like he had Marty Scurll all upset. That little scene was funny. I was rolling. I was like, let him be like the Clark Kent kind of deal. I'm cool with this. Let him be the reporter. And like Marty Scurll just beats the crap out of everybody because he's so worked up over it. It's funny. And then he turns around savagely and just pops his finger. And I'm like, damn. Like, damn, man. That is some savagery. Total savage. Like, geez.
So, main event time. Jay Lethal versus Matt Taven versus Cody versus the champion, Dalton Castle. Jay Lethal wins. He hits the lethal injection on Dalton Castle. Let's talk about some things in this match. Matt Taven, he has the match won at one point, and the referee is over on Jay Lethal for some reason, like talking to him while he has, I think he has Cody or Dalton pinned for like 10 seconds, and the guy kicks out, and Taven, he loses. He's like, what? He's just like completely beside himself. And I like that because it feeds into that, hey, there's a conspiracy against the kingdom. Cody looked pretty good in this match. But Jay Lethal, they really made Jay Lethal like a star. He was hitting all of his moves. He hit 3, 4, 6 dives.
Yep. And the one on the mascot. That was kind of fun. That was kind of funny though.
Why do it on Bernard the Business Bear? He's all business. He's not there for the wrestling. He's there for the business.
Hey, he sold it though. He sold it though, and he got hit. It was kind of funny.
Bro, that's just too fun. That's just, I don't know why I laugh every time Cody comes out. Like his music hits, and then he comes out, and he just brings out the whole cavalcade of Brandy.
Hey, Brandy Rhodes. Nothing more needs to be said with that. Nothing more needs to be said.
It's so funny. I don't know why it's so funny that he's just bringing out this weird menage of characters, like his wife and his mascot. Like, why is it? I don't know why that's so funny.
Hey, I'm fine with his wife coming out. You know, I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. Let her come out. Let her be the hotness. I'm cool with that. Dalton, she's a fan favorite anyway.
Yeah, she got a lot. Like when I went to the live show, she got a lot of cheers. Dalton Castle, like he's a good wrestler, good character, something Ring of Honor definitely needs. I don't think he was a great world champion. Like it's something about him and the world champion. It didn't really move me. He didn't really have any. He had good matches, not like memorable matches. What the hell, Cat? It just, I don't know, man. I don't know why it didn't click, but it's just like, okay.
I'm in the middle with you with that. I partially agree with that.
Felt like a placeholder champion.
It was doomed kind of when he got hurt the first time, and he tried to plow through it. So it kind of was like, it was kind of like he was limping the title with him. I give him credit to fight through injuries, though. I'll give him that credit, but you knew sooner than later those injuries were going to play a toll. And you can even hear on the, you can see on his face when he lost the title, he was disappointed. But he was hurt. It was, I get why they did what they did tonight. They had to get the title off of him if he was really, really, hurt. He was limping. You could tell.
It's weird though they will put it on Jay. It's not okay. It's not weird because Jay Lethal, awesome athlete, can cut promos and everything like that. But usually they don't go for like 2-time champions. Like I remember back in the day, Ring of Honor, being a 2-time Ring of Honor world champion, it was unheard of. Only Austin Aries held that. Held that. Now it's like Austin Aries, Jay Briscoe, Michael Elgin, Adam Cole was like a 3-time heavyweight champion, and now Jay Lethal a 2-time. So,
well, we'll see how long that reign goes, and we'll see how long his word versus her word goes.
Yo, I think he's innocent, bro. You don't release a statement on Instagram and then post a picture of yourself like Ric Flair holding the belt, like. I'm like, this man is wild for that. Like he's basically like, you're a liar. I don't believe it. I'm a champion, a professional athlete, and he's in like the picture is taken from when he was like yelling at the camera, Ric Flair style.
I seen that. Like Jay Lethal, like literally can imitate Ric Flair pretty good. Yo, like when he was doing the Impact stuff back in the day, that was like that still to this day is legendary.
Yo, he's like Ric Flair's like adopted son, kind of.
Well, Ric Flair even says it himself that the best time he had was when Jay Lethal and him did the segments.
Lethal, where you at? Do it. Damn it, the kid does it better than me. Woo!
Do you know that Jay Lethal, that the whole Ric Flair thing still to this day is the greatest meme ever?
Yeah.
Like you want to get off work, just pull a Jay Lethal as Ric Flair. It's great. Jay Lethal's great. And honestly, the match, they had their spots though. I like the whole Taven, the whole tables thing. That was kind of funny.
Oh yeah, he took Cody. He's like, I hate you. I've always hated you. I will always hate you. And then he puts him on the table. He's like, I'm gonna end this. And then Dalton suplexes both of them or powerbomb both of them through the table. It was just funny how he picked them up because like I think he broke up Taven's count. He's just like I hate you. I really hate you.
Can I say like Ring of Honor, like honestly, like with their setup, I like their setup. I like how they have the ring and everything. It's nicely set up. It's not over the top. It's nice. And then like on television, you can actually hear. No knock to the Impact. Impact's got to fix their audio issues a little bit. No knock to them, but it doesn't steal from their show their audio problems. I just think they're funny because they happen at the randomest spots in the show.
Like you can hear their theme songs when it come out and stuff like that.
It's kind of funny, that's what makes Ring of Impact very special right now. Impact, it's like the quirky things. Ring of Honor is kind of that showman kind of, like they get in the small little arenas and it's like, you could tell they really plan out how they're going to build the stage and everything. It looks really nice. When I was watching on the, I've watched for the last couple weeks, they really do a really good job of just the finer details.
Yeah, they do.
For small arenas.
Like 2 cameras, like it's only 2 cameramen, like. And
they do a really good job though.
So it's like really tight sound and everything like that.
And then when they hit the mat, like I noticed the last couple weeks, it's not too over the top like you get on like on WWE television where it's really, really, really like kind of weird. It's like a weird sound. It actually sounds natural on Ring of Honor, and it also sounds natural with Impact too. When they hit it just right.
Different mats, I would guess, and different wood or whatever. Stop attacking me. Stop arresting me.
But I don't know. I like the commentary a little bit better on Ring of Honor to me. They sound entertaining. I like when they butcher things. They try so hard to damage control. It's kind of funny. Cole Cabana's funny though. I do enjoy him.
Tech, I need you to call 911. I'm getting attacked by a vicious animal.
Getting attacked by red shoes over there.
No, because black. Oh my God. Well, okay, let's get into Impact. Cat. Austin Aries comes out fresh on his victory against Moose, and he talks about how he's the best, how him and Moose put on a great match, and the other people on the card put on great matches, and that it was a good pay-per-view. And he says that everybody, WWE misused him, and he shows that he's the best in the world because he travels around the globe, beating people, collecting belts. He's the man. You're not. And if you're at WWE, you're saying you're the best. You wrestle on the bubble. You saying you're the best. It doesn't even matter because you're wrestling the same people inside that bubble. And he says that anybody, anywhere, any company can come and fight him. And here's the twist. You ready for the twist, Tech? Eddie Edwards comes out.
My bad. Sorry about that. I just had to turn on some lights. I couldn't see. I was blind.
Eddie Edwards, of all people, Eddie Edwards comes out and whacks Austin Aries with a kendo stick. And I'm thinking to myself, first of all, that's random as hell because who would have thought Eddie Edwards they would put Eddie and Austin in a feud and Don Callis, shout out to Don Callis, he connected the two. Eddie Edwards, he's obsessive. He has obsessive nature. Now he's obsessed with the world title. I'm intrigued to see where this goes, and also the character building of Eddie Edwards. He walks different now. He obviously dresses different. The new theme song is badass. Can they make it work? And are you intrigued yourself with the Austin Aries Eddie Edwards feud?
Can we give a shout out to Don Callis? Yeah, Don Callis. Man, he sold the whole Eddie Edwards thing tonight. I like Don Callis. I want to drink me in some Don Callis. Now we need to have Kevin Kelly. Kevin Kelly on next to him. That would be great. Josh Matthews. I'll say this every week about Josh Matthews. Off my TV. I will wear a shirt saying Josh Matthews off my TV. I don't mean to be making fun of him. He could do everything else in Impact, just not on the commentary to me. That's just my personal opinion. I've not been a fan. Segment was really good. Austin Aries just honestly savage on the mic, as always. And he hit that whole Moose thing. I told you I was gonna win. And like just totally brushing Moose to the side, like Moose is a nobody. A nobody. And I was like, that was just like savage. And he's like,
Moose to come out too. I was like, Moose is gonna like pump kick him or whatever.
Moose is gonna come out and we're gonna have security, the whole shebang, and we're gonna have another feud. And I was like, no, they just straight up said Moose is done. His time is done in the sun. It's all about Eddie Edwards. And I was really surprised that they were gonna pull in Eddie Edwards with that. I thought they were gonna do a Brian Cage thing right off the rip. Right off the rip. Yeah, I thought they were gonna do right off the rip. Take his X Division title in and because there's other X Division guys. I feel Brian Cage is kind of like, I think he needs the world title at this point. I think he's more deserving. Brian Cage has got like a huge undefeated streak going on, and I feel, well, yeah. Does he have an undefeated streak, or did he lose once?
Well, no, he lost. He lost to Matt Sydal.
Well, we won't count that match though, because of Congo Kong though. We
put an asterisk beside it.
We'll put an asterisk because Congo Kong kind of interfered with that. But Brian Cage deserves a heavyweight title. I'm a fan.
I think Cage, they're gonna try to build up. They already got it going slowly up with Sydal, and Cage, he's supposed to like rocket ship it up. So like whoever beats him, they're the man. Cage, he can move on to the world heavyweight title. They're gonna like try to build up some prestige back.
I don't. It's kind of hard because Brian Cage kind of is out of. I feel like he could be a good X Division champion, but I feel he's out of place in the X Division.
That's where he started. Like back in the day before Brian Cage like went to Lucha Underground, he was in the X Division. Like he was in Impact way before then. Like,
really?
Hogan era,
really? I have to go back and look at that because I didn't realize he was in the Hogan era. Wow, interesting.
Well, it was like 1 or 2 matches during like an X Division like championship tournament. That was the tournament where, I don't know if you remember this, where Austin Aries attacked Manic and took over his mask and won the title.
Oh yeah. I remember that. Yeah. Was that around the time? Still around the time the Immortal thing was going on? Or was that after? Right. Was that after? Right after?
That was after they had all broken up and Hogan had turned back to a good guy.
Oh, yeah. The time I stopped watching.
Basically.
When Impact was kind of, Impact was, their identity was lost. They didn't know what they wanted.
That was when Cage was like basically nobody. He was just getting started. He was still like relying on his pal Zack Ryder for like, hey, I know Zack Ryder. Now he's bigger than Zack Ryder in a way.
I will say this to any Impact fan. I did like one thing out of the Dixie Carter regime.
What?
And you want to guess what that was?
What?
Was when what's his name got into the convertible. AJ Styles. When he held the title hostage and became a huge complete troll and just made her mad. It was the best. I think that was the best of Dixie Carter right there. I mean, the best of her. That was the one she didn't need to be in storylines, honestly, but
Dixie Carter shit. I don't care what you say, bro. Heel Dixie Carter with the huge southern twang. That shit was hilarious.
I don't know. She was a good towards the end with the whole AJ Styles and Magnus thing. It was great.
Yeah, they just didn't put Madness right. Like, she killed AJ. She was like, I'm sorry I let you be in this ring. You're just a little fish in my big pond. Like, she crushed AJ. Then she said, get out of my ring, cut the camera off. This is my shit. Cut it all off. I'm like,
hey, I'll give her credit. She took a power bomb and broke something from Bully Ray. Oh, Bully Ray. I'll give her credit. She took it like a man.
Yeah,
she took that shit hard.
Probably wasn't worth it, knowing that Bully Ray just like Bully Ray's cool. He's a great heel, but he'll whore himself out for anybody that gives him a paycheck. Like, you taking life and limb risk with the guy that, hey, who's paying me more? Like, DJ Academics, he says the best thing. Niggas are only as loyal as the last time you feed them. That's Bully Ray. Like, Bully Ray will powerbomb his boss and then like, oh, money.
That is the best analogy I've ever heard in a while for that. That's funny.
Now that's the best wrestling. oh, you guys are paying. Okay. Oh, WWE.
Yeah, how'd that work out? That didn't really work out very well for him.
Well, at least he used the ring or whatever. But first match, Ishimori defeats Petey Williams in a really good match. Here's the thing. Ishimori, the newest member of the Bullet Club, I don't think he's got his personality down, because after the match, after he wins, he gives Petey Williams a handshake and a hug. Like, bro.
But that's the New Japan way, though.
He's the part of the Bullet Club. The Bullet Club doesn't respect Japanese tradition. Even Kenny Omega to a certain
extent. But then you got to say that about Kenny Omega, though. Then Kenny Omega should not go over and handshake the guy's hand. What Don Callis is basically saying, that's his influence, his teacher, his student. You know what I mean? He kept saying student, teacher. He's learning. Don Callis is the greatest seller of everything, as far as I'm concerned, on the commentary desk.
Well, and then Ishimori was a heel. Like, in New Japan, he's a heel, not unless they're not bringing over his character, and he's just like a blank slate. And Impact.
I think this is the olive branch so far with Impact in New Japan. I would like to see what they do with the Ishimori character, because if this goes well, if Ishimori goes well, I think New Japan will work with Impact. We got to see how the whole Impact Ring of Honor thing goes, because I've really stated this when we talked about the Women's Revolution thing, when we went on the whole mixed match of basket of things. We talked about a lot of things. Mm-hmm. I said then, as I'll say now, it would be nice to see Impact, Ring of Honor, and New Japan work all together, and kind of just because I kind of see it for the indie scene, like, everybody's friendly with one another. I've noticed they all talk together. So Ishimori could be that olive branch, honestly. And that could bring in more New Japan talent. Because I could see Juice Robinson possibly being over on Impact. I could see like maybe the United States title being fought. The IWGP. I could see that happening with Don Callis. I think Don Callis is the footstone to make that happen. But the match, Petey Williams, you're only gonna get so much of Petey Williams.
And what happened after the match, I see you could probably bring in another person, the Bullet Club, to help out. Not unless they're going to team up Ishimori and PD for a tag team.
That's what it looked like.
Squad attacks both of the guys, and one specific move I did like. Jacinder Singh, he hits like a ripcord onto I think it was Petey. Yeah, he had a ripcord onto Petey. And then when he extends him out, Roji Rod hits like a jumping knee.
Yeah.
To the guy, and then he pulls him back in and it hits a sky high. I was like, whoa, that's kind of a cool tag team finisher if that is their tag team finisher. Like
it was devastating. Did you see the combinations they were using were devastating. Now, what I don't like about this is I know why I get why Petey Williams is in the position he is because of Rick Swann being hurt. I'd rather have Rich Swann and Ishimori together if they were going to go tag team wise, because you have the kind of the heel and the face. And then how do they get along together? How does this work together as a cohesive group? I'm not feeling Petey Williams, the Canadian Destroyer. I'm not feeling him. I don't know what it is. I like him when back in the day. This Petey Williams that come out, I don't feel like
he's generic. That's what it is.
Yeah. It's a little generic, and I'm not buying you.
He just has the old can. It's the same thing with Madison Rain. When she's a face, she's just plain.
I think what they need to do is repackage. Honestly, just repackage Petey Williams. Yep. Like when he was doing the Big Papa Pump Steiner thing, I love that. It was great.
The Maple Leaf Muscle.
Yeah, I was loving it. He's a good comedy guy to me, but I just feel like they need to hype him up a little bit more. I feel like he'd be really good on the on his, I think his third go around with Impact. Like, I think there could be more with him that they could be doing. I know he's a replacement. I know he was a replacement for Rich Swann, but I want to see more. I want to see Petey Williams get far, but it's just flat. It falls flat. It really does. And then he tries to do these moves, and it's like, is the crowd really into it? Or are they just into it because it's television tapings for Petey Williams?
It could be.
It just falls flat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I say, it's just because he.
And then Ishimori, the one thing I had a problem with him was with Ishimori. The only problem I had with him was that I just want him to do like some troll tactics and heel tactics, troll and heel tactics. I don't know if they're allowed it, the Bullet Club stuff. And that was another thing too. Like Don Callis was he was referencing to, sorry, my English there, to Bullet Club stuff. I want to see more of it in Impact, really. And I want to see maybe Bullet Club does come to Impact. Maybe that is the olive branch to getting New Japan over here.
I could see that. I could see some members, not all the members, but Cody could come back, and the Young Bucks could come over there.
Why did Cody leave in the first place? I didn't understand why he left. He had a good thing going on in Impact.
Ring of Honor offered him an exclusive contract, and he took the
contract. No, that'll do
Bullet Club. He joined the Bullet Club, and Bullet Club has the thing with New Japan, and New Japan has the thing with Ring of Honor, so it made sense.
That makes sense. Okay.
Then backstage you have, of all people, fucking Santino Marella,
Anthony
Scourge or whatever. Backstage he's like, spaghetti pizza. I have a student here, and now he real talk like that. Whatever. And Austin Aries comes by. He's like, "Who the hell are you, man? Like, you want to go one on one with the great one?" And he's like, "No, I have a neck injury. I am a Borat." He's like, "Okay, I understand. You're too old and broken down to go one on one with the champ. What about your young boy?" And he's like, "Look, he's not ready. Look, And the young boy, he's like, I'll do it. And he looks at him like, bro, you're not ready. And he says, okay, they're going to have a match. And Santino just looks at Kevin like, well, at least he paid. Like he knows Austin Aries is going to wreck him. But here's the thing before I turn over to Tech. If they have a match between Aries and Santino, and anything above 3 stars, it just shits on WWE. I hate to bring up WWE, but it shits on WWE. I know Santino was playing a character. It shows that, first of all, WWE misuse Santino Marella and realize Santino Marella, he's a badass. He will not. He's like I think he's like he's a black belt in some kind of mixed martial art. So
Jiu-jitsu.
So he's a badass all around.
Yeah.
And you didn't use that in his character. You just had him do.
Well, he has his own school. He has his own school up in Canada. That's I believe. If quote me if I'm wrong with that. I don't know if Andre's still in the house. Quote me if I'm wrong, Andre, with that. If he owns or somebody in the chat, quote me if I'm wrong. I think he owns a kind of a wrestling school, like wrestling school, tradition, MMA kind of deal, school. But I don't know. Santino's or Anthony is his name in real life. Has stated that's what they're using his whole real name. I don't think he wants to be back in a ring though. I don't think with 3 neck injuries, but he could do. You see what he could do is he could pull the Kurt Angle thing and say, I broke my freaking neck, you know? So, I don't know how they're going to pull that trigger with that. I don't watch spoilers. So I don't know how they're going to, I don't read the spoilers oftenly. So I don't know what's leading up for the next impacts. So I try not to as hard as I try to surprise myself. So it's really hard, and you want to go look to see the Pandora's box on the other side. The segment was great. Austin Aries, man, like he's savage. Can't say enough. He's just savage. He looks at the guy and he's like, "Who are you? I'm the guy with the title. You're the guy with
the champ. Oh, you're too old and broken down. I understand.
You should be in the back taking my bags to my car." The look that he gave. Goes, you want to fight me? We'll fight tonight. You want to have a go? And he's like, no, I'm my neck hurts. Like cowering. I was like, whoa, okay. That's the first time I've seen you cower. Whoa. And I was like, you know what I was expecting? What? I was expecting him to pull out the sock.
Oh man, no.
I was expecting the Santino sock to come out on his arm. I was like, oh, no way. They brought, at first I didn't know who he was until he started talking. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. Now I know who you are. Okay. It took me a second to figure it out. It took me a quick minute to figure out who he was.
The next match, Rebel versus Tessa Blanchard. Tessa Blanchard wins. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Best part about this match was Rebel's ass. Let's be honest.
That is true. And Smurf hair. We'll call it Smurfs. Rebel was looking different. When you told me they were doing something different with her, I thought you were kidding. No, they've changed her. She could be a heel. She could play.
She's heel. Also improving in the ring. Like I said it before. I respect any wrestler. Like if you can suck, but as long as you take time to improve your craft, all respect. Like she's
Put her in Rise though. You know what?
She already wrestled in Rise, but not all the time.
Well, she needs to be in Rise and have her win her title, or at least let her. I know she's older. I know she's older up in age there, and wrestling wise.
Wrestling start too.
Also, too, you need to put her in Rise just to build her up some more moves. She needs to have a couple more moves. She's really good. She's got the heel tactic. I would like to see her as a sexy heel kind of deal. She's got the ass for it. Can we say
heels? Scarlett Bordeaux.
I was shocked who she was until I had to go look at some WWE footage.
Scarlett, it has potential. she's like, okay, I'm not really here to be a wrestler. I'm just here to be.
She shit on WWE too. Did you see that?
I ain't really catch that one.
I was shocked. She goes, there's a revolution happening here. I'm gonna start it and I want to get to the top. You know those other people that talk about revolutions? Well, we've already done it. And when I heard that, I was like, no, they're shooting on WWE. No way. No way. And then I went, yes, way they are. They went all the way in. I was like, and then Don Callis is selling it. Don Callis is a horn dog, man. I'm sorry. You're a horn dog.
But she tells the girl, look, I'm a 10, you're a 5, and tells her to get off the stage, and then says she's going to make wrestling sexy again, and licks the mic, and Don Callis like, I need that microphone. I need it. Where's that?
I was waiting for the chick to bring her some water. You know, like, I'm thirsty, honey. You're a 5. Go give me some water. Bring it over to me. And then she takes the water and throws it on her face. And she says, go sit down in the crowd. That's where you go. Now be gone. I was waiting for it. Be gone. You know, to make it, to oversell it. She's a good looking, she's a good heel. It's,
have her in the ring. Like, who's her first feud going to be against? Those are things I want to know.
Hogan.
We'll talk about that. I don't think so, because I think there's something else with Kiera Hogan.
Or the Black Lagoon.
Oh, Shotzi Blackheart.
Well, that's the way they're using her. Shotzi Blackheart. They're just using as honestly an entry level. Okay, she's a good talent. I saw her at Rise of the Knockouts, you know, on Twitch. She's great talent, but they're just going to job her out for a bit and then have her win matches when she gets more experienced.
I can see that. I like Shotzi. But next you have Matt Sydal cutting a promo talking about, hey, I lost, but I'm still the champ because it's in the nature. Just because you have a physical piece of hardware doesn't make you the champ. They're going to return. Nature is going to return things to its rightful place because I'm going to get the championship back. It was a lot of psycho nature promo type of thing. Basically, you're the champ, but not the champ because whatever. Matt Sydal, weird promo, but good promo. Then you had Pentagon Jr. talking about how he beat Sami Callihan, and he said he has his hair, but most importantly, he has zero fear. Two pretty good promos. You want to talk about any one of them or both of them?
Matt Sydal. He's the part of the night that I just like, okay, you say something and I'm like, what just happened? Like, what is he saying? Like, I have a third eye and I'm like, are you tripping before you get off? Are you tripping before you get on the talking? Like, do you just love yourself? And that's, I don't know. I feel like he's tripping half of the time. I feel like he's tripping.
Really, 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 really strong weed from what I've heard. So, and also he's like really deep into the spiritual type of stuff, namaste and all that. So it all goes into the character.
But he's I see that. Pentagon Jr. Sorry, my English there. I just like tongue tied myself. Can you say anything about his promos? That they're good. They're really good, and I enjoy them. And kind of went a little hard on Sami Callihan though, a little too hard. Now I don't know how they're gonna. He didn't really fully shave. I'm sorry, like. If you look at Sami Callihan being shaved, they didn't fully shave him. It wasn't really a full shaving. I feel cheated. I wanted him fully shaved, you know, like shaving cream.
Bald head.
Yeah, I wanted the fully shaved head like they did to Suzuki. I want the whole thing. Like, do you see him now? He's got like a number 1. A number 1, like really? A number 1. So you just you pussied out. That's how we do this. That's not a full shaving. I'm disappointed.
They want that rat tail. What? Okay, you're Caucasian, obviously. What kind of haircut does Sami Callihan have? Like, is that something?
He has this.
No, exactly. Like before he cut his hair. Like, what the hell is that? Like,
That's a mohawk with the nub.
Can you grow that? Would you is that really like the asshole cut? Is that the cut?
It's a Paul Heyman. It would be like a back in the day Paul Heyman cut. Just take the Paul Heyman cut and just narrow it in like a straight line. It's like a mohawk with a nub in the back.
Oh shit.
That's the new age, supposedly that's the new age rock and roll, sadistic kind of cut. But to me, it's kind of like dumb. Really, it's kind of like dumb to me. But it works for Sami Callihan, though.
It used to work for Sami Callihan, but we'll
not no more. Don't.
Johnny Impact defeats Trevor Lee in a really good match. Like Trevor Lee, so underrated. But Johnny Impact gets the win with Starship Pain on him, even though
wasn't it called the Tilt-A-World?
Tilt-A-World. What
the Starship Pain, is that the Tilt-A-World?
No, that's
did they just rename it?
No, that's a split-legged moonsault springboard.
Okay. Because I thought it was the same move, and I was like, oh, that's the same. Like they're just renaming it, maybe because of reasons.
And then after the match, he's like, Congo Kong took me out, so we have unfinished. Like I do agree with Chase Oliver. Johnny Impact, he doesn't really show a lot of emotion in his promo. You know, if somebody like tried to take your life or took months out of your career, you might want to show a little bit more enthusiasm. But then again, Johnny Impact is supposed to be like, hey, I'm Mr. Cool. Nothing really, upsets me. I'm the coolest guy you ever know. I'm so cool that I talk cool, even though somebody tried to kill me.
I'll say this though. What I like about Impact, they just get right into the next feud. Right into the next feud. They're just like, bam, right into the next feud. What else was I gonna say? Johnny Impact as a whole, and they're playing him off as that biker kind of cool cat guy, rides his Harley, American choppers, kind of guy. Do we really take him serious? Should have had more charisma. Honestly, I agree with you there with the whole Congo Kong thing. I thought there should have been more his thing.
Well, also, let's see. I'll do it later.
I know you will.
But they cut the theme for Su Yung, where she put somebody on fire. Well, not somebody on fire. She put Rosemary on fire, and then
I'm sorry.
And then they put let's see. Then they put I'm kind of distracted. They put who was it? Allie. She's like, oh, I need to be there for people and save people from Rosemary. And then Kira Hogan out of nowhere like, I can help you. I don't know about that, but here's the thing. I see what they're trying to do. They want to have it to where Allie, she becomes obsessed with beating Su Yung and stopping Su Yung. And then Kira Hogan can't help her, and she starts blaming who? Kira Hogan. And you have a segment between Kira and Allie. Allie turns heel, and maybe I'm drawing too much into it. How do you feel about it?
Can we say this? American, when he gets disturbed, they're great moments in podcast. Can we just say that? Like just great moments in podcast. I agree completely with you. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Kara Hogan turning heel.
No. Allie.
That's just
Look, I know it sounds weird, but she used to be known as
do me a favor. If they're gonna turn her heel, give her some sadistic music. Get her away from that whole bunny thing. Make the bunny like a killer bunny or something. Make it something different. I just feel like You Don't Lie to Me. That is that the theme song, You Don't Lie to Me, and it's like boom, boom. It's like if you're gonna make her tough, like make her go insane, like kind of like an Eddie Edwards kind of deal. I know what they're gonna do with that. Give her a what was it? Give her a huge heel push and give her a different music and give her a different getup. Make her like wear black makeup or something. Like make her like just flat out. And Allie can do it. I still want her to be Cherry Bomb though. I can't stand the Allie name. It just makes no sense. Cherry Bomb, please. It'd be great. Just saying.
Hold on 1 second. Having technical difficulties as far as a webcam and everything.
You're good. Oh, I gotta go use the restroom. Oh man. In the review.
All right. Well, I'm back. I'll keep all my change in my glove compartment.
It was like 312.
Yeah. So, hold on. Want to stretch our text out of the way. That's my fault.
No,
Oh,
it's
so
your
much better.
rosemary.
Ooh.
You can say it's your rosemary.
All right.
Sorry, guys. I know in the middle of a review we got the circus going on. I do apologize on my end.
My fault. But
And I'll tell to people in the review. I blame the the monsters espresso drinks. I blame them for my bladder. I've been drinking them like mad crazy because they have so many flavors and it's like so good. So,
do you want to go over the Impact flashback, the Bucks versus the Motor City Machine Guns?
was that the Bucks?
That was the Young Bucks.
Okay, that was the Bucks. Okay, I thought I was right. I thought I was seeing things. Nah, I'm good with that. Nah.
They just didn't do the super kicks because they hadn't developed that yet. And also, I think they showed that because Alex Shelley retired from wrestling this past Saturday.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. But
where's Chris Sabin? Where's he been?
He's in Ring of Honor, and I don't want to spoil anything, but he's going to go into a feud with Punishing Martinez for the television title, the TV title.
Okay.
Then moving on past the flashback match, you get the segment of Joe Henry, Grado, and Katrina getting confronted by Eli Drake. Eli Drake hands them a photo, and it's of Joe Henry and Katrina, and Grado's just there looking like a complete tool. Like, what the fuck?
Hey, I'll say this about Eli Drake. The dude is fire. Like big troll, massive troll. He's funny. I like to see Katrina be his manager though. I'd like to see Katrina just be his manager. That would be cool. Yeah, I could see that happening. I don't know. Grado, I don't know. I just feel like every time Grado gets momentum and Impact, or even when it was the other company, when he was there, it would just, the rug would get swept underneath him and he would like get buried.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna put the Esmond title on him, but I guess that's for the best, man. Because Grado,
well, Grado and anything else is great. In Impact, I don't know if it's just maybe management or it's just him. Maybe it's a little bit of both. That maybe they're not connecting.
They don't believe in Grado. That's really what they see him as, a comedy character, and he hasn't shown anything to like where he can get out of that bubble of being a comedy character.
But on other promotions out there, he's pretty good talent. He's not bad, and I think they should shine him a little bit more. Give him a title. I thought with Joe Henry, I thought they were gonna do with Henry. I thought they were gonna do like a tag team run with both of them, but it seems like to me they're suiting up for a feud, and I'm just like, really?
Yeah, I think they're either gonna turn Grado heel or they're gonna turn Henry heel. But it looks like they're gonna turn Grado heel and everything like that.
Yeah, but it's gonna backfire kind of, because Grado being heel is kind of weird. It's kind of like Falaba being heel. I shake my head and I'm just like, yeah, Mm,
You said follow by heel.
Yeah.
Oh boy, let's talk about that segment. So KM, he's like, look, Fowler, you got to get the killer instinct. I was born with it. They start walking and they start like shoving people in the trash cans, taking people's cell phone, putting it in Follow Bob's crotch. Hey, what's your name? It's so and so. No, it's not. It's garbage. Boing. Breaking, like slamming drinks out of people's hand. That shit was funny as hell. And Follow Bob, he's like, yeah, okay, I feel it. I got the sunglasses. I'm turning to a badass. Okay. I still think they're gonna go. Like, is this gonna be like B team shit where they win the titles, or are they just like going into like where they really just break up and like have a blow off match?
I don't know. I think you're in that crossroads with that. You could have a feud between the two again. I mean, but yeah, you know, how far did that go? I think they're gonna pull like a B team type deal, you know, gimmick. They're gonna be a gimmick tag team, and it's just gonna work like the B team in a way. Do I see them winning tag teams right now? No. Right now it's all LAX and OGs all day long. That feud's just starting, and it's getting good.
Then you had Killer Cross cutting the promo talking about if I had to describe myself in a couple of words, I'm an artiste. I'm like, okay, you're an artist. And then they show him like working out and everything like that, the destruction he's caused. What I took away from this is the man's doing, I don't know what the fuck, he wearing like some kind of leather helmet with a 45 scrap hit. Only psychopath, like you go to the gym and you see a guy with a helmet with a 45 attached. You know that guy is like mentally unstable. Like who does that? Like he's like chin lifting a 45 plate.
I'll say this about Killer Cross. I'm liking his character.
Yeah.
I'm really liking it. And they're really pushing him. Like I would say kind of I don't want to reference it to something WWE wise, but I am going to. Aleister Black kind of way, sadistic. A little bit more
evil.
More evil. Yeah, turn it up a notch a little bit. Kind of a Ciampa kind of deal a little bit of a Ciampa a little bit. But turn it up a notch a little bit. Something that the other brand can't do because Impact's cool like that and they can do extreme shit and take it to another level. You know?
Then you had the OGs talking about them winning the war, how they beat up LAX after the end. And look, Eddie Kingston, he's a really good promo cutter. I can't really duplicate what he said because it was awesome. And here's the thing. Eddie Kingston, he fits with the whole OG thing because he has that thick New York accent and it just feels authentic. I remember this promo he cut like right before Slammiversary. They asked him these questions. He's like, "What? These some stupid ass questions. What you want to know? My government name? God damn! Stop it! Stop! Come here! Come. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. What's the other one? It was the best promo segment. I know people talking about Scarlett Bordeaux and the set. Look, fuck all that. Sami Callihan, he's in the bathroom. He takes his hat off. He's like, why'd you let him do that to you? You suck. Dave and I think it was Dave Chris or Jake Chris. They go up to him. He's like, look, bro, it's okay, man. Now you don't look like an asshole anymore. I'm like, what? He says, look, man, on the break, and then stop. And then on the other side, the other Chris brother, come here, stop, come here. Stop, come here. His other brother, he goes up to Sami Callihan. He's like, look, bro, you look like a pirate. You're cool now. And then Sami Callihan,
yeah, that promo.
Like, first of all, I'm still rolling from. He said, look, bro, you don't look like an asshole anymore. I'm like, is Sami Callihan gonna kill that guy? Like, okay, whatever. So Sami, he's like, I gotta go take a piss. And the other guy, the short guy, I think it's Jake. I think it's Jake Chris. He's like, yeah, I gotta go take a piss too. I'm like, bro, the character building. They like it's like really Sami Callihan has a mental hold on these guys. Like Sammy has to take a piss. I gotta take a piss too. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. And
Sammy Callahan, that scene you're talking about reminds me of when that guy gets fired from his job and two best friends go over to him. He's like, "Yeah, you got fired, yeah," and then they just start emulating each other. Yeah, I'll go to the restroom. I'll give you some company. Yeah, we'll go piss. Yeah, and then like you turn around and Sammy Callahan's just beating the crap out of both of them.
And then that would have been cool right there. They would have just set it off. And now, bro, you don't look like an asshole anymore. I would have been cool. But then they take it a notch. Sammy Callahan goes to piss. And is Sammy pissing on one side. Random guy pissing in the middle. And Jake Chris pissing on the other side. And Jake's like, pissing. And then Sammy Callahan turns to the guy. He's like, you looking at my hair? And he starts pissing on the guy. He's pissing on the guy while holding his broke arm, holding his dick, pissing. And he's like, stop looking at my hair. And then they attack the guy. They hold him down. He's like, you looking at my hair? Tell him he's pretty. You're pretty. Shave his head. Shave his head. And I'm thinking myself,
great. Sammy Callahan does like on the fly, man. On the fly.
They're testing. First of all, they haven't washed their hands. So they're touching the guy's face and hair with dick hands. Dick hands. You got dick hands on your face and on your hair, and they shaved the guy. Bro, that segment was gold. I'm gonna let you take over here, Ted.
Hands down, one of the best segments from Sammy Callahan. Sammy, who's Sammy Callahan gonna go after? Are they gonna continue the Pentagon Jr. feud with him though?
A little bit. It probably won't last until Bound for Glory. But it'll probably last like a couple tapings, like a little bit.
What Impact Wrestling needs is another pay-per-view per year. They need 2 more. I know that sounds weird, but they need 2 more per year, not TV wise.
Right now they got 3. They'll probably add one, depending on how Bound for. They got Redemption, Slammiversary, Bound for Glory, and they'll probably add something else.
Well, they need what Impact needs is just production and a different TV station. I could say this now. They need a new TV station because it's night and day difference when you go look at it on the network. You look at back on the network and then you go, or no, when you look on YouTube or the network, the Global Force Wrestling Network or
hold on. Keep coming, dog.
Americans having dog issues tonight.
Dog trying to attack the cat.
Dog trying to attack the cat.
Yeah.
I swear he should film this for his channel and just have like the Mortal Kombat theme song going on. Or like something similar to it.
No, he's a fat little chihuahua. He's attacking like a kitty.
Honestly, I will say the segment was good. It's just that Sammy Callahan, he does things on the fly and it's great. Him and Eddie Edwards are like 2 good things going on right now. Eddie Edwards is like, you can't predict what Eddie Edwards is going to do and you can't predict what Sammy Callahan's going to do.
You looking at my hair? Tell me he's pretty.
And you know what? You should, and I know a reference to Sammy Callahan does more, his best work, his promos, is when he's away from tapings and stuff. He shoots like these amazing promos and you're just like, damn, like this is why did WWE like get rid of him? He makes really good promos. Like, and then now you're starting to see him. He don't need to go back to WWE. He should just keep doing what he's doing. And it's fantastic. Him and Chris Jericho have seen like a different side. I've like Chris Jericho, Sammy Callahan, and Eddie Edwards this year alone have just revitalized their characters and made them even better than what they once were.
First of all, Eddie Edwards didn't really even have a character.
Now he does.
Yo, Sammy Callahan, he's taking that psychopath character to a whole nother level. That if another person in wrestling does this same type of character, they're gonna have to like step it up a notch.
He reminds me of Cactus Jack. If you want to reference something, Cactus Jack comes to mind. Or Mankind. Like, I don't give a crap. I'm going to have those extreme matches and I'm just going to go through tables and stuff and I don't care. I'm gonna spit my teeth out at you and spit at you. I'm gonna take that snot out of my hand. I'm just gonna slap you with it because it's a great match. Well, like what happened with Pentagon.
Let's get into the main event. Sammy Callahan. Bro, now you don't look an asshole anymore. That's so funny. How do you tell your friend that, like, in your ball, basically the ball is like, well, look at the bright side, bro. You don't look an asshole anymore. So they knew the haircut made Sammy Callahan look like an asshole. Anyway, Matt Sydal versus Brian Cage. Brian Cage wins, and another great.
It was a pay-per-view style match, though.
Yeah.
It was a pay-per-view style match. Americans fighting dogs. Who let the dogs out? Yeah. Okay. All right.
Cats from dogs.
Okay. Yeah.
But
he's having his own Impact Wrestling review within his room right now.
In the Animal Kingdom.
Yeah. He's having the real kingdom, guys.
But Matt Sydal, like, if he can consider one of the top junior heavyweights, and like, I don't understand like why you win, because he's putting on some really great matches. But Brian Cage, he's the future of S division for now, and I would just hope. My hope is that Matt Sydal, they don't like just throw him into the wayside. They either put him in a feud with somebody on his level, or they put him where they don't even have another title for him to go to, and it would be stupid for him to go up against Austin Aries at a pay-per-view. So I just hope they have a good storyline for Matt Sydal in the future. Your thoughts on this?
Man, where do I start? Matt Sydal. It's hard because I like Matt Sydal. I kind of do. And then it's like, I get what he's doing, all the whole, herb thing and, the third eye. I get what he's doing. But to me, this is where I don't know why they retired the Grand Championship. It would be great.
That was kind of weird to me, too.
It's like he would work perfectly back. He could make that title relevant, or the King of the Mountain. Either way. Make either or. They could bring the King of the Mountain back, because I like the belts on Impact. The belts the redesigned belts are really nice. They could redesign the King of the Mountain and bring it back. Just don't have that King of the Mountain match. I just want it as like a TV title. Make it as a TV title like they did the Grand Championship. I would just like to see Matt Sydal have something, because I know why Brian Cage won the title and these matches, because they look at Brian Cage as a high commodity. I get it.
As they should.
The match was good. He hit a 619, which I was stunned that he pulled it out perfectly. He did it perfect. But Matt Sydal, I'll give him credit. Matt Sydal really tried selling it. He he was like away from the ropes, and he like crawled over to the ropes, like leapfrogged over the ropes. And I give him credit for that. He sold the 619. Tons of kickouts, which was pretty cool. And then this devastating bear claw that he hits, the Drew claw, and he's used that in Lucha Underground for the last couple of seasons that I've watched. And he hits this devastating, this one move, is it a cutter we would call it, or something of the range? And then he hits after that, he hits a devastating F5. And I was like, Matt Sydal, it's over. Matt Sydal, it's over. We can confirm this. It's over.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Like I said, I just hope that Matt Sydal, they don't toss him to the wayside. Obviously, Brian Cage is going to be fine.
Brian Cage is going to be eventually a world champion. I think he'll be the one that dethrones Austin Aries down the road. I think that's what's going to happen. I think they're going to have Brian Cage and Austin Aries lock horns. I think that's who will eventually take his title away from him. I hope.
Yeah, I mean, but then you got to think about who. Okay, Matt Sydal's out of the way. Who in the X division do you send after Brian Cage and make it into a believable feud?
Moose.
Ooh. Okay.
Moose.
Okay, I'm feeling a little
because you have to have two big dudes. Like Brian Cage is going to need some competition. You can also throw Congo Kong at him again. You see, it can either end two ways. You can have bigger talent, like you can have bigger talent come at each other. Like you can have well, it seems like that's where they're going with this. They're going away from the small man since they're going back to their roots. So the thing is, they could have Killer Cross come up the pike that way for an X Division title shot. You could have single wise if you wanted to. LAX wise, you can have Hernandez, somewhat him. Once they're done with this feud with LAX, come in. They could have a storyline. It's really hard. They could have KM if they wanted to a certain extent, where it would be really gimmicky, but they could have that go on. They can have, there's so many opportunities. They can even have Grado if they wanted to a certain extent after he's done whatever they're going to do with this. I really believe it's going to be Brian Cage, Austin Aries, and they're going to fight at Bound for Glory. Or it could be Brian Cage and Moose. This could be Moose could win a title finally. And then we have what could happen is Brian Cage could lose the title, right? And then before Bound for Glory, they could treat it as a Money in the Bank situation. And they could have Moose cash in, take his title and say, I want to fight Austin Aries one more time. And then have him win the title at Bound for Glory. You see what I mean? They pull the trigger that way.
I can see that because this is the thing I would like about the exhibition. I know a lot of people forget that it's no limits, but with Cage and possibly they could do Killer Cross, like you said, or they could do Moose, it opens it up to where it's not, first of all, the mid-card title for everybody. Second of all, you get more variety in the match. You have small men defeating big men defeating small, just a variety of people. And that's what the X Division needs. That's what Impact needs.
I say it would be a good road for because I know what's going to happen. Moose is going to come out and want to fight for a title. He's going to want another title shot. Austin Aries could tell him to get to the back of the line, and Moose can go, fine, I'll go in the back of the line. He wins a bunch of matches, beats Brian Cage for the X Division title, and then before Bound for Glory, he says, I want that title shot at Bound for Glory. I'm going to take my X Division. It'll be X Division versus main title, World Heavyweight title, and then you have Moose win it. It would be perfect. Then you have that build-up story for Moose. See, going into, I get why he kind of lost, because there was really no build-up. You didn't have that build-up. You had you didn't really have, I didn't really feel the feel-good story, and you didn't have that build-up like you normally do with the face. In the heel face thing, you had mostly Austin Aries talking. Yeah, so but yeah, that's pretty much how I see the X Division thing. They just need to bring another title on board. They got too many good talents, like King of the Mountain, maybe a repackaged version of the Grand Championship.
I would like to see the Grand. No, well, either King of the Mountain or television.
Well, oh yeah, they did. They also had a United States. Didn't they have a United States title on Impact?
No, they never had the United States title. I don't think.
Which one did Booker T hold?
The Legends.
The Legends title. They could bring. No. You don't want to do that. No. That would be a slap in the face to Booker T. Never mind. You don't want to do that.
Tech, I hate to go tomorrow. Can we do the G1?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna let you do the outro.
All right, guys. It's been Rev Tech here. Been fun.
Hey Tech, shoot in the Facebook link on the Facebook Messenger. Shoot me your Twitter so I can put it in the description and everything like that, so we can have our social media there.
No problem.
All right, and your channel link, I'll put that in the description. So, hey, catch us tomorrow, guys. And Tech, thanks for being here, bro.
No problem.
All right, I'll see you guys later. Peace.